Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this explosive edition of Entertainment Buzz, where we dive deep into the scandals that shake the celebrity world. Today, we're unpacking one of the most shocking moments in daytime television history, the dramatic walkout of Dame Julie Walters from Lorraine Kelly's beloved ITV morning show. Picture this. It's a crisp autumn morning in October 2025. The leaves are turning golden outside the London studios, and viewers across the UK are sipping their teas, expecting the usual blend of lighthearted chit-chat, fashion tips, and celebrity gossip. But what unfolded was anything but ordinary. Julie Walters, the iconic British actress known for her unforgettable roles in films like Billy Elliot, where she captured hearts as the no-nonsense dance teacher Mrs. Wilkinson and Educating Rita, where her raw portrayal of a working-class woman's quest for self-improvement earned her an Oscar nomination, arrived on set with her trademark warmth and wit. At 75 years old, Julie has been a fixture in British entertainment for decades, her laughter as infectious as her talent. But beneath that bubbly exterior lies a woman who's battled personal demons, including a harrowing cancer diagnosis back in 2020 that she faced with the same fierce determination that defines her characters. Lorraine Kelly, the Scottish powerhouse who's helmed her self-titled show for over 30 years, turning it into a staple of morning routines with her relatable charm and unfiltered commentary, greeted Julie with open arms. The audience buzzed with anticipation. Julie was there to promote her latest project, a poignant memoir titled Curtain Calls and Comebacks, chronicling her journey through illness, recovery, and a return to the stage in a West End revival of Driving Miss Daisy. To truly grasp the magnitude of this meltdown, we must rewind the clock and paint a fuller portrait of the two women at the center of the storm. Dame Julie Walters and Lorraine Kelly, whose paths had crossed amicably before but now collided in spectacular fashion. Julie Walters, born in 1950 in Smethwick, Birmingham, to a working-class Irish Catholic family, embodies the quintessential British underdog story. Her mother, a postmistress, and her father, a builder, instilled in her a resilience that would serve her well through life's curveballs. Young Julie, dyslexic and rebellious, left school at 18 with few qualifications, drifting through odd jobs, a barmaid in a Manchester pub, a chambermaid in a hotel, before a chance encounter with drama school changed everything. Enrolling at the Manchester Polytechnic School of Theatre, she honed her craft, her natural ear for accents and dialects turning her northern roots into a superpower. Her big break came in 1982 with the BBC's Boys from the Black Stuff, but it was her collaboration with Victoria Wood in series like Wood and Walters that catapulted her to national treasure status, earning her BAFTA after BAFTA for roles that blended pathos and hilarity. Hollywood beckoned with lead turns in personal services and prick up your ears, but Julie always returned to the stage and screen that felt like home, voicing the witch in Harry Potter films or stealing scenes in Calendar Girls. Yet, her life wasn't all spotlights. The 2020 bowel cancer diagnosis hit like a bombshell, forcing her to step back from a national theater production amid chemotherapy's grueling toll. Emerging cancer-free, she channeled that ordeal into advocacy, partnering with charities like My Sister's House to spotlight domestic abuse during lockdowns, as she did in a poignant 2020 chat on Lorraine's show itself. Ironic, given today's events. The fallout from Julie Walters' dramatic exit hit like a meteor, cratering the reputations of all involved and sending shockwaves through the entertainment industry faster than a tabloid press run. Within seconds of the commercial break, ITV's switchboards melted under the weight of viewer outrage, over 2,000 calls in the first 15 minutes alone, a record eclipsing even the 2019 Piers Morgan Good Morning Britain rants. Social media became a battlefield. TikTok stitched reaction videos of stunned faces. Instagram Reels looped the walkout clip with dramatic soundtracks from Succession's tense boardroom scenes, and X, formerly Twitter, devolved into factional warfare. Hashtag Julie Walters walkout garnered 1.2 million mentions by noon, with users from Liverpool housewives to LA screenwriters venting spleen. Lorraine just punched down at a national icon? Disgraceful, tweeted actress Saran Jones, her post liked 45,000 times. Conversely, loyalists defended Kelly with hashtag Lorraine Legend, arguing, "It was a joke. Julie's too sensitive post-cancer. Lighten up." But these were drowned out by the deluge of support for Julie, including a viral petition on change.org demanding respectful interviewing training for all daytime hosts, which hit 100,000 signatures by evening. News outlets pounced. The Sun's front page splash screamed, "Dame Rage," with paparazzi shots of Julie fleeing to a waiting car, her face a mask of controlled fury. The Guardian op-ed on the death of banter in woke Britain, while the Mirror interviewed XITV execs blaming ratings desperation. Lorraine, back on air post-break with co-host Christine Lampard subbing seamlessly, issued a halting on-the-spot apology. "If I've upset my dear friend Julie, I'm truly sorry. That was never my intent. We're all human, and live TV is unpredictable. Julie, come back anytime. You're always welcome." Now, let's peel back the layers on those infamous, outrageous comments that served as the detonator for this televised tinderbox. Because context is king in the court of public opinion, and Lorraine Kelly's words, innocuous on paper, detonated like depth charges in the charged atmosphere of live broadcast. It started innocently enough, or so it seemed, in the segment's second beat, after the memoir pleasantries and a detour into Julie's cancer battle. Tastefully handled, with Lorraine gushing, "Your strength, Julie, it's what makes you a dame in every sense." Julie, deflecting with humor, quipped about chemo hairdos rivaling her Mamma Mia curls, eliciting genuine guffaws. Then came the pivot to reality TV, a hot topic with Big Brother's revival looming and Julie's book slamming emotional gladiators in the arena. Lorraine, eyes twinkling, lobbed the opener. "You've called out the exploitation. Fair play. But isn't there a thrill in the rawness? Like your own breakout stories?" Julie nodded, launching into a nuanced take, praising shows like the Great British Bake Off for uplift but skewering others for preying on pain for profit. Here, the host could have nodded sagely, segued to ads safe harbor. Instead, sensing a lull, she amped the anecdote, recounting an apocryphal tale from Julie's early career. "Remember that audition for the RSC, Julie? Word is you flubbed the accent so badly they thought you were doing stand-up. Turned it into your superpower." Julie chuckled politely. It was a half-remembered yarn from her 2005 autobiography, spun fondly. But Lorraine, mistaking tolerance for invitation, piled on with escalating zeal. "And don't get me started on your Rita. Bless her, stumbling through Oxford with that brummy bark. If only those reality kids had your comic timing, they'd rule the world." As the echoes of the walkout reverberated through studios and streets alike, the personal toll on Julie Walters emerged as the story's most heartrending subplot, transforming a public spectacle into a profoundly human portrait of resilience amid rupture. Holed up in her Georgian townhouse in Chiswick, with its ivy-clad walls and garden bursting with late dahlias, Julie retreated into a cocoon of quiet fury and reflection, the Thames murmuring beyond her windows like a soothing lullaby. Friends described her as gutted but galvanized, pacing rooms lined with scripts and awards, her beloved rescue dogs, terriers named Rita and Billy, nods to her iconic roles, trailing loyally at her heels. Sleep evaded her that first night. Instead, she journaled feverishly, pages filling with raw drafts for her memoir's epilogue, channeling the sting into scripture on the cost of candor. By dawn, her phone brimmed with messages. A voice note from daughter Maisie, 30 and thriving as a theater producer in Edinburgh, whispering, "Mom, you're unbreakable. Use this fire." Calls flooded from Thespian Tribe, Helen Mirren sharing war stories of her own 80s interview ambushes, Maggie Smith dispatching a curt but kind fax, "Darling, walk tall. They've no idea the steel in your spine." Even international allies weighed in. Goldie Hawn, with whom Julie bonded on death at a funeral sets, zoomed from Aspen with yoga breaths and bear hugs, reminding her, "Outrage is oxygen. Breathe through it." Physically, the episode exacted a toll. Her oncologist, ever vigilant post-remission, prescribed rest after stress spiked her vitals, a reminder of cancer's long shadow. Yet Julie, true to form, refused victimhood, emerging for a low-key walk along the embankment, paparazzi at respectful distance, her stride purposeful, scarf fluttering like a flag of defiance.